This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. We're out in Dubai the day before the official press conference for yourself, Chase, versus Andrew Tate. Has it sunk in yet that we're only weeks away from you versus Andrew Tate?
Yeah, honestly, I've been prepared for this since July. It's been a long time coming. There's a lot of factors that play into making fights like this happen. I've been watching recent interviews of Andrew himself talking about it's a privilege for me to fight. It is a privilege. It's a privilege not in the sense of getting to fight him, but to be a part of such a great organization and to have a lot of viewers come and watch me essentially pack him in.
So before this fight was proposed to you, before any of this, what were your thoughts on Andrew Tate as a man?
Yeah, they say don't meet your heroes. Andrew Tate, obviously, he got me through a lot of phases in my life. He resonates with a lot of young men. I might not agree with everything that he says, but some of the stuff he says, it really resonated with me. Even after my first fight with the Miss Swing, I spent hours in the car driving to and from boxing practice, listening to a lot of his podcasts, a lot of his speech, and it goes back to don't meet your heroes. And in this case, I get to beat up my hero. So
he's done a few interviews where, like you said, he had said that kind of it's a great privilege for you, but he has been respectful in the fact that he says you've improved a lot. No one can deny that you haven't improved a lot. So, yeah, what's the vibe going to be like tomorrow?
Yeah, you know what it is with Andrew Tate is he's probably one of the only people that is a fighter that can give a great opinion. He's the only one that understands that you're not going to be the same fighter that you were 3 years ago in your first fight to 14 fights later. The thing is like I'm active, I'm younger, I'm stronger, I'm faster. He hasn't fought in a decade. And obviously tomorrow there's going to be some things I can and can't say. Granted, the world can know and figure that out themselves. But I got to be a little bit more clever than him, quicker. I grew up in the Call of Duty lobbies, so that guy's got nothing on me.
You kind of answered my next question. Is it hard to go back and forth with someone with that kind of talk about him, his way of talking? But as you said, Call of Duty lobbies primed you for Andrew Tate.
Yeah, it is difficult because obviously his name is muted on social media as it is. So anything that I do on my own personal accounts is not going to get a lot of views because, obviously he's banned across platforms. You guys do with whatever you want with your imagination and why. You can't say certain things about him. I'm obviously in contract of what I can and can't do, weight clause, this and that, because Andrew Tate's a very sensitive guy. He claims to be masculine, but listen, I have all the respect in the world for Tirstan and Andrew. I think they've done an astounding job being gentlemen. But the rest of the team can kiss the blackest part of my ass. So,
he is CEO of Misfits now. First fight. Do you think he's made a mistake choosing you as his first fight, or you being his first opponent?
I think, listen, the way I look at it with every influencer, because I fight on pro cards as well, is I am a very tough opponent. Whether you think I have a great boxing form or not, listen, I'm fast, I'm strong, I can think. I'm very level-headed, and I think that he's got a big task ahead of him. He's coming in for the heavyweight champion. A lot of people have tried, all have failed. And, I got to give credit to him because he's doing something that a lot of influencers won't do, and that's take on a challenge. He could easily put any bum on there, similar to what he said, and people will come and watch him fight for him. But, I'm also a draw. I am the heavyweight champion, and I plan on staying the heavyweight champion. And when I'm done with Andrew, I'll have all the respect and credit to him for stepping into the ring. And like he said, happy if he has it, happy if he doesn't. But I just don't think he has it anymore.
Is the plan still to fight these big pros? Kind of spoke to you in the past about Johnny Fisher, Moses Atalma. You've been very outspoken. Do you still want those, or do you want to kind of stay in your own lane with the likes of Andrew Tate?
Listen, I'll fight them all same time, same night. Those guys are all bums. They're washed. I think they fight padded guys as well. The thing is if it wasn't Andrew Tate, I was in talks with Derek Chisora. I was in talks with Deontay Wilder. I wanted all of them. Anthony Joshua's obviously fighting Jake Paul. I'm not scared of any of these guys. I always am the guy that wants to push my level. And the only way I'm going to be pushed in my level is to fight guys that are supposed to beat me. I've been the underdog in every single one of my fights, and I haven't gone the distance in I don't know how many years with somebody. I'm always putting them down in the second or third round. I'm on 8 consecutive knockouts, and I don't plan on stopping with 39-year-old Andrew Tate, who just spent the last year not training, let's just say that.
Have you seen any footage of him sparring?
Yeah, I saw him go and fight, 30 guys. They were all dudes that paid to go get beat up by him, and I saw him fight, guys like Fez Batista and Warren Spencer, much smaller than him. If they're hitting him with 16-ounce gloves and giving him black eyes like that, what do you think I'm going to do with a 10-ounce glove and I'm trying to take his head off, and the whole world is going to sit there and watch me absolutely demolish this man with absolute ease?
Andrew Tate's a very controversial figure, love him or hate him. Do you think you're going to get a lot of love if you beat Andrew Tate?
Listen, I never cared about the love. I love all my fans. I love all the people that watch. I love all the supporters of Misfits, but it never made a difference to me. They weren't there when I was, fighting Ghost and Josh Bruckner. They weren't there when I DQ'd against Stevie Knight. They weren't even there when I knocked out Tank Tallman. But, they're there for the love of boxing, and I'm here for the love of boxing. I just want to inspire the next generation to, show up when everybody's counting against you and your back's against the wall. And there's that age-old thing is like, who comes and saves the Batman when the Batman needs saving? And the answer is nobody. And nobody's coming. So, love or hate me, you have to fight your way out of there.
You did briefly mention Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. What's your thoughts on that fight, Chase?
Fair play to Jake Paul. I like Jake Paul in that. I think AJ doesn't have a chin anymore. I think he's a very smart and calculated businessman. I think that, he wouldn't take a fight that he was a 0.1% chance of winning. I think it's a very 50-50 fight, and if Anthony Joshua takes it as a joke like he did Andy Ruiz, Jake Paul is going to make him pay for it.
Would you ever fight Jake Paul?
He's not really on my interest list. I've met Jake a couple times. He's always been a good dude to me. He's always been nice, respectful. Doesn't talk about boxing a whole lot. He kind of just does his own thing. And a lot of what I do is kind of inspired by him, inspired by KSI. To be honest with you, I have no interest in fighting Jake Paul, but a lot of these other bums that he's fighting, the Ryan Bowerlands, the Anthony Joshuas, the Moses Intamus, listen, I want to test myself with the best of the best. And that's in the heavyweight division, and those are those guys in the British Boxing Board.
I've got to ask you about what just happened about an hour and a half ago. Tristan Tate politely asked you to leave the gym you was training in. Could this be the start of a little bit of needle between you and Tristan?
Listen, Tristan was very respectful. The other coach, the ugly-ass dude that he was with, some other dude with braids similar to mine, not the cute ponytail, he wasn't cute at all, had a big forehead, he was talking a lot, he wanted to fight. One of his coaches had the Fireblood logos on. I'll pack that guy in. Like, that guy was so disrespectful. I don't know him, he's one of the coaches, but Tristan come in and he asked me to leave the gym. I said no. He said, this isn't your city. I said, it is now. I run this city. I am king of Dubai now. If you want me to leave, you either have the police or you have the manager come tell me to leave. And I was not going to be bullied out of any gym. I was going off on him. I was going off the entire social media team. I got out of bed, jet lag, delayed off a flight, on a weight cut to come defend my title. And they brought me to a gym, which in my opinion felt like a bit of a setup. But, they say it's not, then it's not. But I don't agree with the clips. I don't agree with that sort of promo. I did it with Nate and Maricon, and I'll do it with Andrew Tate. I don't support that, and I'm going to pack him in December 20th, and I hope everybody's there to watch me do it.
Last one, just when you're training there, when you sleep at night and you're training incredibly hard, as we just see, by the way, when you close your eyes, how do you picture this fight going on December 20th here in Dubai?
I'm not even picturing the fight. I'm picturing the great meals I get to eat after the fight. Me and my team are off to McDonald's, Big Macs, chicken nuggets, all the 9 yards, man. This weight cut has been gruesome. It's been the last few years. Look, Andrew Tate, that's the easy work. The hard part is winning the battle against the fridge.
But you're going to knock him out, right?
Oh, he's getting put away second round max. I'm knocking him out in the second round.
Chase Demoor, thank you very much for speaking to IFLTV. Best of luck with the rest of the training, and we'll catch up with you fight week. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.